Squid Game, Season 3, a hollow echo of its former glory. When Squid Game first erupted onto the global stage, it wasn't just another binge-worthy show. It was a cultural earthquake. Raw, visceral, and disturbingly poignant. Season 1 held up a mirror to society's darkest impulses, threading violence and desperation with a powerful critique of capitalism and inequality. But now, with Season 3, we're left asking, what happened? From social allegory to shallow spectacle, Season 3 feels like a betrayal of everything that made Squid Game groundbreaking. Where once we had a biting social commentary wrapped in a brutal survival game, now we're given a bloated, overproduced shadow of the original. The show has lost its soul. The metaphor is gone. The edge is dulled. It's as if the creators decided to cash in on the success rather than build on the foundation they laid so brilliantly in Season 1. What was once a haunting tale of ordinary people pushed to the brink has now become a self-indulgent mess, more interested in plot twists than purpose. Characters are reintroduced not because it makes sense, but because the showrunners assume we're nostalgic enough not to question it. Relationships are forced, motivations are muddy, and emotional payoffs are undercut by rushed pacing and unnecessary subplots. Style over substance. The production value is certainly higher, but to what end? The sets are grander, the games more elaborate, the blood splatter more artistic, but all of it feels hollow. It's the cinematic equivalent of a high-budget music video. Pretty to look at, completely empty beneath the surface. Every frame screams for attention, but none of it earns your emotional investment. And what's most frustrating is that you can tell they thought they were saying something meaningful. They weren't. The protagonist problem. Song Ji-hun's arc, once tragic and complex, now feels diluted. Instead of evolving organically, his character has been shoved into a superhero mold, an avenger in a crimson-drenched world that has lost the subtlety of its horror. He's no longer the reflection of the audience's moral decay, but a vehicle for tired tropes and predictable revenge. Supporting characters are treated like cannon fodder, introduced with minimal development only to be discarded. The emotional weight of each death, so effective in the earlier seasons, is entirely absent. It's spectacle without stakes, cruelty without consequence. A missed opportunity. The global success of Squid Game gave the creators a golden opportunity to expand the universe in a way that deepened its philosophical roots. Instead, we're handed an overstuffed thriller that neither surprises nor resonates. Season 3 feels like it was written by a committee trying to manufacture another viral hit rather than tell a meaningful story. And for a series built on the brutal critique of exploitation, isn't it ironic that Squid Game has now become the very thing it once condemned? Final verdict. Squid Game Season 3 is not just disappointing, it's disheartening. It's a masterclass in how to squander potential. The violence is more graphic, the game's more extravagant, but the humanity, the aching, terrifying humanity that made the original so unforgettable, is nowhere to be found. Good thing they pulled the plug after Season 3, because if that was the future of the franchise, no thanks. 2 out of 5 stars. And that's being generous.